Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I've got two replays in the Italian Tier 9 Tech Tree Heavy Tank, the Progetto 66. Now if you do like the video, as always, please don't forget to like and subscribe down below, as it really does help out the channel. And yeah, the Progetto 66. This is a video I've meant to make for quite a while, but for some reason I've just kept not making it, because I think when I got these two replays, because the second replay is quite a game, when I got these two replays, I think I'd literally, because what tends to happen, right, is that I'll make a video on a tank, and especially when I've not played it for a while, I'll go, hey, you know what? I really fancy playing that tank. And I feel like what happened is I made a video on the Progetto 66, released it, and went, you know, I'm just going to play the Progetto 66. And then these two games happened. And I thought, well, I can't release a video again on the Progetto 66 so close to the last time, so it's kind of like, oh, I'll make it in a bit. And in a bit, it's been like kind of a year or so. But, so these two replays are from a wee while ago, but does that change what the Progetto 66 has been like? Absolutely not. The Progetto 66 is still exactly the same as it was when it was, well, when it was nerf buffed? Nerf buffed is what I'll call it, because when they changed the Italian heavies, because they obviously, I went through this on one of those videos back then, when they changed the Italian heavies, they basically changed a load of the reloads of the Tier 8 and the Tier 10, and to be honest, they made the Tier 8 way better. The Tier 8 went from being one of the worst Tier 8 heavies to actually being one of the better ones to pick to play. And the Tier 10 went from, again, having awful reload to being actually pretty decent. And I really enjoyed the Rhinoceronte myself. I'll probably have a video coming up on that at some point soon as well, because I've got a video to make on that. And I really do enjoy the Rhinoceronte. It is a really fun tank. And the Progetto 66 has always been one that I have always very thoroughly enjoyed. It's one that a lot of people don't seem to like whatsoever, but I've just always loved playing it. There's just something about it that I've always enjoyed. And I don't mind the 120mm gun, the gun hits, and I never really minded the reloads as much. And why I say a nerf buff for the Progetto 66 is because when they did all those changes to the Italian heavies, they nerfed the reload by like half a second on, I think, the last shell or the second shell, one of the two. They basically made it so it was like a flat, like 16, 18, 20, etc, etc. I'm not too sure on the exact on that. But they basically, instead of the half a second faster than it was, right? But in terms of the buff they gave it, they basically made this 120mm have the 258 standard penetration, which is a massive change, by the way. It was a really helpful change, because it meant that there's quite a few shots that you might have at Tier 10s, like E100s, like IS7s, that 242 just doesn't always work against. And it just, if you catch the wrong angle, it bounces. Whereas 258 is fantastic, and it's glorious, and you can, you know, pen those shots. Also, you got 303 heat pen, which is, again, fine for everything you'll ever face if you do get a chance to load it. You got 2.6 second aim time, although you never really feel the aim time that much on this Progetto 66. And with the .36 base accuracy, like I say, it's not the best accuracy in the world, and it will derp the odd occasional shot, but genuinely, the gun just feels fairly reliable for me. It never really feels like you miss that many shots. And then the tank has a 3.5 second inch clip reload as well on the clip that you've got, because you've got, you know, 3 shells in this clip, so every time you fire, you've got to wait 3.5 seconds, and then it starts loading that shell again, because that's what auto reloaders are like. And yeah, that means that, obviously, say the 16-second base reload on the best reload on this tank is technically, what, 19.5 seconds, because you've got the 3.5 second inch clip included in that, if you're firing as fast as you can instead of, you know, a full reload on the clip. You have 9 degrees of gun depression as well, though, which makes this tank really nice on the ridgeline. The turret armor on it is pretty okay. Don't 100% rely on the turret armor, because Tier 10s with high pen will go through it, so you've got to be very careful. But the hull armor can be a bit of a troll. It's not the best, again, it's the type of hull armor that will probably get penned quite easily, but because of the angles and stuff, you can ricochet the odd shell off of it. I mean, you've just seen a shell fly straight through the upper plate. The upper plate is not that trustworthy. It can side scrape decently as well if you get it in that sort of situation. The one thing that is a big thing for these Italian auto reloaders is they can be very efficient kill securers. Kill securers. In that, a lot of the time, you'll wait for your reload, you'll just be waiting because you're like, I don't want to break my DPM. But the chance comes to kill them, and you finish them off, just like that on the 430 version 2. I was like, no, I'm going to wait to see if I can get that second shell in. But he died. Or should I say, he got to the point where it was a one-shot, and I'm like, I can't wait anymore, I may as well finish him off. Which means you do sometimes get very high kill games for not that much damage, because it's like, all of a sudden, you go, oh, I may as well fire, I may as well try and get the kill. As you're seeing with this Astron Rex, I could shoot it, but I'm just going to wait for the reload. So we're waiting for that second shell to come in. We've now got that second shell in, and he decides, you know, I'm going to pull forward, so we can't quite shoot at him. We're just waiting. I mean, every single second waits counts anyway, and it means that we can get all our shells into the tank, but yeah, we're not going to get a shot on this Astron Rex. So what do I run in terms of a crew on the old Progetto 66? Well, I run Born Leader, Rapid Reload, Sixth Sense, Situational Awareness, Steady Aim, Snapshot, Run and Gun, Trap Mechanic, Rapid Aim. Rapid Aim to make sure that this gun I can get the gun on target, because the turret traverse is a little bit slow. Trap Mechanic because I'm a heavy tank, and in tier 9 I tend to get stuck in, so, you know, make sure that I get the gun back, well, the tracks back on as quickly as possible. All 3 gun perks to make sure that this gun is going to hit the target, because, again, you're a heavy tank, you want to try and make sure that your gun is going to hit the shots that you fire, pretty much. And then in terms of equipment, I run the advanced loader, the gun stabilizer, optics. Optics to be able to spot for myself, so that in maps like this, I can get assistance and I can see for myself, and I won't get out-spotted by medium tanks and stuff like that will see me from miles off, and I really have to get close to see them. Again, the gun stabilizer to make sure this gun is as good as humanly possible, and the advanced loader because always. We finished the game with the victory, 7 kills, 4.5k damage, 695 assistance, the Devastator, the Ace Tanker, the Top Gun, with the 1719 base XP. Pretty damn nice game there for the old Progetto 66 there on Malinovka. And yeah, that just basically, realistically, to be honest, that was probably an average game for the Progetto 66. You might be going, average game, but you got 7 kills. Yeah, but in terms of the damage and the output, realistically, of the tank, that was probably the more average game for you in this tank. It's just the fact that we were in the perfect place to go, oh, I'm just waiting on that second shell or that third shell. Oh, you know what? Oh, that person's a one-shot now, I may as well shoot them. And that's the thing that always happens with auto-reloaders, is the fact that you'll end up in a position where you're waiting for your DPM to come, but you realise, oh, hang on a minute, that person's now a one-shot. If I don't fire now, I'm not going to get the chance to shoot them, they're probably going to die, therefore I shall just take the killing. That's it, right? And that happens a lot with the Trashante, the tier 8 premium heavy, the Basante, because that thing reloads for so long that sometimes you get stuck in really long reloads, and that means that when you're waiting on the reload, you get to a tank, you get to a fight, and find that one of the tanks that they were fighting is a one-shot, and you may as well just fire and kill it. And then it ends up being a cycle that you end up doing that. And I've had quite a few games with Basante where I've ended up with Radley Walters, which is 8 kills, but like 2k damage, because I'll just be like, oh, that person, I've just got to the fight, and it'll be like, oh, that person's a one-shot, I may as well just kill them. And then you end up stuck in a terrible cycle reload all the time, but you're just going along going, up, kill them, up, kill them, up, kill them, you know, and it's just like that. But we're on to the second replay, and yes, we've got the God matchmaking. We're one of only 3 tier 9s, and the rest is all tier 8, which is always great, and we are going to make the most of it. Oh boy, are we. We're going to try and make the most of it and have the best game we possibly can, and yes, we are going to do that. So, we're trying to get some shots here on the Falcon T92. Unfortunately, we missed both shots because, well, fairly poor aim. The Draugen managed to get that shot into us somehow. I'm quite surprised at that. The T41E1 is coming after us, which is the 10-shot auto-loading Bulldog. We managed to get the shot into him, and we put him down to a one-shot. And this is where I feel like, this is probably where I feel comfortable with the Progetto 66, because when I fire all 3 shells, I never truly feel like I'm waiting for too long to get the shell in. It's not like I'm going, oh, I've now got like a 17-second reload to get 1 shell for 400. Sure, this first shell is 13 seconds, and it's probably 16 with the intro clip. But once I'm waiting for the next 2 shells to go in, it never feels like I'm waiting too long, because they're all that sort of second or 2 difference. They're not like a massive 4 or 5 second difference between all the shells. That's probably why I enjoy it so much, because it's like I can fire a single shot, right? Or I can just dump the clip and go for that 1200 damage clip. And I never feel like I'm truly out of the battle ever all that much in the Progetto 66. I don't know what it is about this tank, but I just have thoroughly get it. It's one of those tanks that I just get on with it. And I just thoroughly enjoy it. And it is what it is. It is what it is. And we probably all have that tank, right? That everyone goes, oh, that tank's got... I mean, okay, you know, let's do that in the comments. What tank is one that you absolutely adore? But everyone always goes, oh no, that tank's terrible. But you just play it, and you click with it, and you just enjoy every second of it. Because it's just the way it is with this game. It's always personal preference. What I think is terrible, you might think is great. What I think is great, you might think is absolutely awful. And we'll just look at each other going, what are you on about? That tank's dreadful. You know? Is what it is. Personal preference. And there will be that tank that you just go, I absolutely love that tank. But everyone always poops on it. So, yeah. Anyway, this game on Redshire, we're up to 2.3k damage with 98 assistance, and it's 10-10, so the teams are very, very equal. We're just trying to get a shot into the Sturm Tiger P, and as you can see, normally with auto-reloaders, I wouldn't have bothered. But in the Progetto 66, because of the way I feel with the gun and the reload, I was like, you know what? Let's chance the shot at that Sturm Tiger P. Unfortunately, we didn't hit the Sturm Tiger P, but we did chance it. Now we've got the chance to shoot at the Tiger 2, and again, I can kill this Tiger 2 with 2 shots, so we may as well, and we shut him down. Again, I went for those shots because I'm in a position of safety. I'm in a position of safety, I know I can safely reload, and the chance to actually get shots at that Tiger 2, we're probably very much limited to that situation we're in there. So there's no point just waiting for the full reload. And I may as well have just taken the chance, got the shots into the Tiger 2. And it worked out because we ended up managing to shut the guy down. We're now waiting on the reload once again. And I just kind of want the full clip if I can. But this is where we actually hold. I could get shots at the Tiger 2. I could have shot that Tiger 2 at any point. But I think no. No. Restraint. I want my reload. I want the full clip. So once again, we're watching the Falcon T92. I could kill this guy, but look how close I am to having a full clip. We've not had a full clip for a while. The Atomic drives out. We get a shot in to shut down the Atomic. Now the Borsig's driven out, so we get a shot into him, which actually doesn't kill him because the WZ-121 GFT gets it. We've got the shot to shut down the Falcon. And once again, we aim a little bit too far in front of that guy, and we do not get the shot to kill him. We end up taking a couple of hits from across the way, though, as we got spotted by that Falcon, and we're just hoping to not take any more hits and pull back. But it is 7-6, so this game is still fairly even. And the enemy team has won that 9-0 flank. So what we're going to do is push ourselves back towards our base, and that way, hopefully, we can try and cut out the people that might be at B8. Now I'm thinking, you know what, I could push straight across to D7, or I could do this a little bit safer, push towards my base, go back towards where the medium tank is, and where that medium tank is, then I can basically defend if they try and push through at B8. But then we find the TNH VZ51. He's pushing across at C6. And I'm thinking, right, I kind of want that guy to go, but I can't attack that guy yet because we know there was a Tiger 2 in the dip at B8. So we're going to poke round. We're going to poke round, see if we can find the Tiger 2 and try and, you know, get a shot at him. But we don't spot him, and we actually get spotted by the TNH VZ51, which means we've got to be very, very careful. And there is that pesky Tiger 2. That's the thing we've been looking for. We've spotted him up. We're getting some assistance on him. He's out in the open. We can kill this guy with 3 shots. So we get 1 shot through the side of his turret, looking for the lower plate shot, straight through. And it's good night, sweet prince, is it? Good night, sweet prince. Good night. And we shut down the Tiger 2. Now waiting on the reload yet again as an Italian auto reload. But this TNH VZ51 is coming after us. But we've got a Mutzi baby friend. And Mutzi baby gets a shot into it. So you know what? We're going to put this TNH VZ51 down to a 1 shot for the Mutz. I could have just waited, right, for the Mutz to shoot it. And therefore I could have had a free kill. But I decided no. No, I don't want to do that. I want to put the guy down to a 1 shot so that the Mutzi baby will shut down the TNH VZ51, and that's exactly what happened. Sadly, though, the Mutz got shut down by the Sturm Tiger P, so we couldn't congratulate our friend on his kill, but it is what it is. We've got 3 kills. 3 kills? Yes, we've got 3 kills left on the enemy team. Yeah, we've got 3 guys left on the enemy team, and of course, we want to kill them all. But there is a heavy tank that is actually attacking our cap with 2 of our guys going back, so the likelihood of me getting him is fairly unlikely. But we know where at least 2 of them were, or at least 1 of them, I should say. We know the Sturm Tiger P was on this hill up here. So what we're going to do is get ourselves into a position where we can hopefully find the Sturm Tiger P and shut it down. But in fact, we find the Borsig. And then I'm thinking, maybe I can get a shot at this Emil too, from this hill over here. And I can keep myself safe from the Borsig, although we don't know where that Sturm Tiger P is. So what we're going to do is we're going to poke up on this ridge, because the Emil 2's actually got unspotted. We're going to poke up on this ridge and see if we can at least locate the Sturm Tiger P. Because I don't want the Sturm Tiger P to come after us. I don't want the Sturm Tiger P to just appear out of the blue and go, "Hello, friend, I have a big gun." And then the big gun is inserted into our tank and blows us up, which we don't want. No, nuh-uh. And there is the Sturm Tiger P. So we get a free shot into the Sturm Tiger P, and I'm like, nuh-uh, nope, nope, nope. I'm not taking that hit. Looking at these two guys thinking, I want more. But we've got the problem. We've only got 2 shells left in this tank. 2 shells. So, we go for the full reload, and we're going to bluff it out. We may as well. So, they know where I was. But I think, you know what? I could probably get a full reload off if I relocate and change angles. They know exactly where I was. The Sturm Tiger P is going to blap through our turret. He's either going to fire HE, which he doesn't need to pen us with, or he's just going to get lucky and go straight through our turret front anyway, which he doesn't really have the penetration to do it, but you never know. He's got a big gun. He could just randomly overmatch a spot on our turret front, or our turret roof if we're not careful. So we're just waiting for the full reload. Hopefully catch this guy out. There we go. Get 1 shot in. Really probably should have gone for the drive wheel, but then again, I don't think I did, purely because I've got heat loaded. He's now not quite a 1-shot. He was actually a 2-shot, but we get lucky with RNG, and we finish off the Sturm Tiger P. It's like, assassinate. We get lucky. But this Balsig is full health, so what we're going to do is we're going to wait for our reload and go after him. And I'm thinking, you know what, this Balsig's never going to attack me, right? Because he may be healthy, but he won't want to attack me. He's going to wait in ambush for me to come after him. But in fact, he does attack us, and it's like, what? Oh no, the plan is failing. Because what I wanted to do was basically get some shells into the clip and then ram him. But he's actually attacked us, put us down to a 1-shot, and oh my lord above! We are so lucky. We get so lucky. He bounces off our underside. I don't even know where he bounced, but we get really lucky. We finish with the victory. 6 kills, 8.2 thousand damage, 526 assistance. Lucky, lucky boy that we are. Ace Tanker, Top Gun, the High Caliber, 2,118 base XP. We really did make the most of that fantastic matchup. And yeah, that's the Progetto 66. A tank that I do very, very much get on with. It's one that I absolutely clicked with forever, and I do really enjoy this tank. So as always, everybody, thank you very much for watching. I'll see you next time.
A great success!